Jesus, Jesus. Jesus Christ is free. Girl, my day has been not bad. I cannot complain. I'm trying to think, do I have to stop that storage? No, I don't. I don't. Ooh, I found me some chocolate, honey. Found me some chocolate. Okay, this ain't gonna work. Hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. How you doing this afternoon? Happy, what's the day? I don't even know what day we're in. What is this, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday, honey. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Denise. How you doing, sis? What's going on in your world, honey? Let me know. If you guys come in, could you kindly give me a thumbs up? I very much appreciate it. Thank you for the effort in coming in, checking me out. Checking out my drama-filled life, honey. It ain't drama-filled, though. It's really not. It's really not drama-filled, y'all. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, honey. It was really not drama-filled. What is going on, everyone? How's it going? How's your day been? I had a good day. I can't complain. Everybody out with their street bikes. The weather's amazing. Oh, my God. Lord Jesus, please protect everybody on these roads, honey. Protect everyone on the road, darling. I know, I'm gonna take my daughter to her appointment. Okay. I hope everything is okay. Hope everything is all right with your daughter. You hear them birds, don't y'all? Y'all hear the birds? The crazy birds out here, honey. Crazy birds. Can y'all hear me? I don't know if y'all can hear me. No. Oh, you can hear me good? Okay, great. Yeah, because sometimes I'll be on here just talking, yip yapping. I'll be yip yapping and chip chapping and leave that. I'm just getting out of work, guys. Pretty good day. I cannot complain. It was a good day. I just left a little bit later because the girl at work that's like my friend, she needed some help, so I had to help her. So I didn't clock out until like 11:15. So, but thank you to everyone who's joined the chat. I hope everybody can give me a thumbs up when you come in. Just thumbs up the video, share it if you feel like it. I don't push you to share, but if you feel like you want to support my channel, just share the video. Give me a like. Put that thumbs up, please, and thank you. I appreciate you guys. Good news, guys. The girls moved out yesterday, honey, and I was so freaking happy. Yes, I was. Go ahead. I was so happy. Oh, you don't want to go? Okay. I was trying to help her. You know, when you're trying to help somebody on the road, trying to get them out, she was in the parking lot, and I said, go ahead, you can go. She just said no. And I said, all right, no problem. Let me get on, do what I was doing, honey. But I had a good day. The girls moved out yesterday. I was happy. I was happy about that. That made my night yesterday. When they moved out, I was like, hallelujah. I'm eating my dinner. For my lunch, I had salmon today. Salmon and rice. And I had some potatoes. Y'all know what I gotta go get from the store? I gotta go get some sriracha. I love sriracha. When I was staying in the hotels and everything, sriracha is something I kept in my little hotel refrigerator. I love sriracha sauce. Like, it's basically almost like hot sauce. But sriracha, man, I gotta stop at ShopRite and give me some sriracha, honey. I probably can get it at Walmart cheaper, maybe. Sriracha is not really too expensive. But I love me some sriracha sauce. Oh my God. I remember when I stayed with my niece, she got me onto the sriracha. That sriracha sauce, honey. I put that on every piece of meat that I have. Sriracha, sriracha. But I did make dinner last night. I made salmon. Lately, I just been on the salmon kick. The salmon is easy to make. It's good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to make. It's good for you. And last night I made some jasmine rice with salmon and no vegetables because I didn't get up in enough time to get my vegetables out the freezer. But I had salmon this morning for breakfast. I had salmon, some rice. Here it is. Salmon, rice, and what else was it? Salmon, rice, and some potatoes. I had some potatoes that I put in the air fryer this morning. I was supposed to have some vegetables in this, but I didn't have it. And at home, I do have some ground turkey that I got from yesterday from Sam's Club. Because I went to Sam's Club. I got all my meats and everything. So I have enough meats for a good while for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to eat meat all the time, but I like meat. I do. With this salmon, honey, in the air fryer for like 10 minutes. Oh man, you talking about good. I'm not even really a big salmon person, but if you season that salmon up really nice, and I mean I'm seasoning, I mean like not a lot of salt and sodium and stuff seasoning. If you just season it just right with the salt, with the pepper, the garlic salt, the pepper, and all that garlic stuff. But man, salmon is a good fish. Salmon's not even my favorite fish, but you could doctor that bad boy up and put some lemon juice on top of it. Don't play with me. Do not play. I don't think I don't think Dollar General sells sriracha sauce. I probably can only get that from like ShopRite. So I'm gonna have to stop at ShopRite to go get that. Or Walmart. ShopRite or Walmart. I don't really like going to Walmart at all. I only like going to Walmart if it's like freshly open, if the store is just open, or if it's just about to close. I really like to go early in the morning as soon as they open up. But it's a beautiful day, y'all. It's so beautiful out here. Such an amazing day. Woke up this morning, did my yoga. I did not do a live stream this morning because sometimes in the morning I notice that I don't get people watching me like that. Like people come in, the trolls come in and say what they're gonna say to me, and then they leave. The trolls be coming in crazy in the morning now. They stalking me. So that's not the reason why I didn't go live. Sometimes in the morning it's just not really. People get mad when I'm driving and the video starts flipping and you can't hear me, you can't see me. It starts buffering really bad. So people just be like, "Bees, I'm out," and I understand because I'd be out too if I was watching the live stream and the channel. So I try to, you know, I say, you know what, I'm not going live anymore in the morning because if I drive in certain areas, it's not going to pick up too well because I don't have Wi-Fi in my car, so I don't have Wi-Fi in the car. Hello, how are you? I was reading the text. I was reading a text message. Me and the girls at the house was text messages, and we was texting each other all day. Y'all gotta stay tuned for all the drama, all the drama that unfolded in the house, child. The girls moved out, but the plot thickens, honey. They didn't move out silently, honey. They did not move out with silence. So So we just trying to get the house back to normal, back calm, without the stressful girls that was living there, the drama-filled chicks. It was really the girl on the sofa. She was the one she was the biggest problem. But when she left the house, they left their rooms a mess. They left all trash on the floor. They took everything they wanted, left the rooms a mess, like left the rooms trashy, trash and stuff on the floor in their room. They left the living room a hot mess. I'm gonna show y'all pictures too. They left the living room a hot mess, toys and stuff that they didn't want for their kids. They just left everything in the living room. The living room was a mess. Um, the other girl's room, they just left the room a mess and just left. So we in an uproar. We're all upset and we're just texting each other all day. And I told y'all that girl on the sofa. I told y'all she was a problem. I told y'all she was a problem. She definitely was a problem. So now me and the girls that's left, the landscapers came out today. So I was happy. They cleaned up the yard. The yard is good. But these girls have been texting me all day because we just kind of going back and forth talking about the stuff that the girl did. And I said, well, we going to be all right, y'all. I said, we got to stick together. We got to get some more girls up in this house. And we going to be all right, okay? I said, we're not going to focus on the negative stuff. You let the negative people go and be negative and let them go off and do their own thing. The girl's a complete bum. She's a bum, okay? So you let the bum go be a bum because she's going to fall right on her face out there. You don't do people wrong and do things wrong to people that tried to help you or people that was even trying to be friends with you. I wasn't trying to be friends with the heifer, so. But the other girls was being nice to her, especially the one and new girl that came after me. She was really being extremely nice, but they were low key like trying to diss her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, listen. I said, fresh start. The girls are out the house. We can clean up the house and get stuff back in order. Let's fill those bedrooms up so we can get our rent down. That's the most important thing. But I said, I'm not worried about it. I wasn't stunting her when she was there. I said I wasn't worried about the girl when she was in the house. Shoot, I already knew she was crazy. But I said we have to move on from that. We can't sit around and be worrying about what they doing. We have to worry about our lives, right? Worry about us and getting ourselves together and getting out of that house and getting our lives back. That's what we're there for, to build our life back, to get our families back, to get our kids back, the things that we lost. We trying to get everything back. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we try. That's the goal here, okay? We trying to win. We're not worrying about the little heifer on the couch that still don't have no job. We're not worrying about her. It's not fair, but they don't care. Like the people that run this house and they have other properties and stuff like that, they don't care. Everything's about the rent money. You know what I'm saying? I told her, I said, well, they were mad because they were like, oh, she came in the house today when nobody was in the house. And I said, well, that's considered to be a felony because if you go in somebody's house without permission, that's a felony of burglary, honey, even though you didn't steal nothing. And yeah, you did technically live there. But that's burglary. And I said, well, y'all could call the police and make a police report, but who got time for that? You know what I'm saying? Who got time to be going to the police station making petty reports? I said, we could just change the locks, change the door. It's not even a lock. It's a door. It's a code. Like you put numbers in, and that's how you can open the door. So I said, you have to change that lock door, change that bad boy tonight. She said she was at the house changing it now. And I said, I ain't worried about her. Because she only try to act tough in front of certain people. She's not coming back over here. And then they're saying that something with the money is off. And I said, well, y'all shouldn't have you don't give people like apartment complex when you move out or you get evicted or something. They're not going to just give you your money back. They're going to go through the apartment, see if there's any damages or anything, and then they're going to say, okay, yeah, they get their money back, or no, we're going to keep the money because the walls are messed up. We got to do the rugs. So you don't just give people money back and let them just move on to the next house. Like you make sure that they did like keep the place clean. You want your security deposit back. Why these girls move to a new house, still owe the balance in our house, but they move to a new house? How that happen? How that happen? Girl, I be trying to figure out how that happened. Like how that happened? How y'all let her just move on like that? And she owe the house money and she moved to a new house. You still have a balance, dear. So I told her, I said, well, y'all have to report her to the authority, not the authorities like the police or whatever. I said, y'all have to report her to the manager, whoever's in charge of this place. Y'all need to start emailing. Screw text messages. A text message is good too, but I'm an email girl. Go and chat GPT, say what you're going to say, send it in an email form. They can't run from that. Ciao. I told her, I said, just change the code. She can't just freely come in here when she wants to. When they move out and they have to come back and get stuff, two girls are supposed to be in the house when you want to come back and get your stuff. Two, not one. You can't just come in there on your own. She thought she could do what she wanted to do. So she gonna fall right on her face. But I said, y'all don't worry about it. I said, we're a team and we're gonna do just fine. I said, we're gonna do just fine. The problem child is out the house. She's out and she ain't coming back in here. Definitely not when I'm here. She would have saw my car, she wouldn't have came up in there. She would have knocked on that door properly. But I said, don't worry about it. One of the other girls in the house, she having like a conundrum. She's really mad. But I said, listen, don't worry about her. She gonna fall on her face eventually, okay? Because you don't do people wrong and leave stuff behind and want somebody else to clean up your mess. And you think that that's cool? That's not cool, sis. You don't do people wrong and then you just walk away when you know at some point in your life you're going to need people. You're going to need people at some point in your life. She was the only person in that house that everybody was uncomfortable with because she was aggressive. She was a boss, like she was bossing people around. She would tiptoe down the hallway to see what people are doing, see what they're talking about in their room. Like she would do all that sneaky stuff. Like I peeped all that. I peeped it all. She sneaking, tiptoeing on everybody else. But sis, the question is, what are you doing? That's the question. What are you doing, boo? You so busy worrying about everybody else in the house. Oh, let's tiptoe down the hallway and see who she's talking to. What kind of conversation is she having? That's the kind of person this woman was. And they were supposed to leave on tomorrow, but they actually left yesterday. They left yesterday and they left a big old mess in their room. They just left talking about she had some old dusty cereal boxes up there. Gonna say, oh, some cereal boxes that was used, cereal that she used, so old stuff. She like, oh, somebody can have that. Don't nobody want your dusty cereal, sis, go right in the trash. Don't nobody want that. Don't nobody want your dusty stuff. And she was the same person talking about the other girls when they left, the mess that they left. And y'all left the same mess. Like you left the same kind of mess that you would talk about the other girls were leaving. You did the same thing. How dare you? I feel sorry for her if she ever do get a job. If she ever get a job, whoever she end up working for, I feel sorry for them. I really do, because it's gonna be a conundrum. It's gonna really be a conundrum. She left empty 3 boxes of cereal that was like used. Looked like they were beat up boxes of cereal. She was like, "Oh, somebody can have those." You saying somebody can have them because you don't want to throw them away? You too lazy to just go outside and put them in the garbage. Don't nobody want that. Nobody wants that. The cereal look like it's old. It's probably all stale. Who wants that? They keep sending me they keep texting me and they keep sending text messages, but there's a lot of stuff they did. And I said, y'all, don't worry about it. We're gonna be okay. We gotta be a team because we gotta get these girls into this house and do what we have to do. Like I said, I'm only gonna be there 6 months to a year. I give myself 6 months to a year to really, really get myself together as far as an apartment or whatever. I give myself 6 months to a year in this house. I might be there a lot less. I might be there a little bit longer, but I give myself a good year. It could be sooner or later. I give myself a year to get it together. The things that I have going on right now, it's going to take me 6 months to a year to get what I have planned. And one day y'all going to see, because one day I'm going to share it. But 6 months to a year. And I say, you can't, I tell the girls in the house, I say, don't let that stuff stress you out. She is who she is. She is who she presented herself to be. Everything that everybody has ever said about this woman, she is exactly that. She don't want to work. She don't want to work. She has no desire to work a job. She want to live off the government. She want to live off the state. What can you do? Nothing you can do about that. Let her go. She's out. Great. Amazing. Amazing. But I had a good day today. I had a good day. It's gonna be a good day. I had to learn to love myself. Now the salmon, I feel like it's a little bit on the drier side now. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing? Hi, Dr. J. How y'all doing today? It's a little on the dry side, but it's still good. I forgot Easter is Sunday, y'all. I'm not doing nothing. I mean, I probably had a house to myself, which is great, which is amazing, right? Y'all know me. I'm gonna go hiking. I'm not going to church for sure. I don't have anything against church. I just have something against the church that I was going to. So I go to church one day at some point in my life, but not right now. But yeah, I had a pretty good day at work. Can't complain. Not much work today. It was pretty light. It was pretty light today. I'm excited about the springtime, right? These trees. I don't know what are. Is it a dogwood tree? They have the flowers that are blooming right now. Is it the dogwood tree? I gotta get the I gotta figure out what kind of tree that is. The trees, the flowers on these trees are blooming now. I think it's the dogwood tree, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. Because every year I get so excited when I see those trees blooming, the white flowers. I love it. They're starting to bloom now, and the bugs are coming out, y'all. The bugs are coming out. Because I was hiking yesterday, and there was some bugs flying around. So I was like, oh damn. That's the only thing I don't like about the summer, spring and summer when them bugs start to come. I don't like that. I don't like that. But for the most part, I won't complain. I'm trying to think. So I did order my wire today for I did order the wire for my soap, so I should get the wire from Amazon, the wire for my soap cutter. So I should get that wire in like a couple days. Then I'm making soap, hopefully for Easter weekend. I hopefully can get if I can get that wire in a couple days. I think they said it's supposed to come on Saturday. So if the soap come on Saturday, y'all, I'm gonna be making soap because I think all the girls in the house. It's only two. It's only two of them. It's me. It's three. All together, it's three of us. So those girls are probably going to be going with their families for Easter, and I'm probably going to be the only one in the house, which is wonderful because I can make soap. You see how that happened? I can make soap, honey. I can make my 10 loads of soap. So I'm gonna get all my stuff together because I think I have the wires by Saturday, and then I could go right in the kitchen and make my soap. Yep. Nobody's gonna be bothering me. Nobody's gonna be there to mess with me. The doors are gonna be locked. Nobody can come in but me because I live there. Because I already know now the two girls that's in there, they're gonna be going away for Easter. So I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be just sitting around. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, guys. I hope everybody can give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're able to share, if you want to share, you don't have to. But if you would like to share to try to help me grow my channel, I appreciate you. I thank you. I talk about everything here in my life, stuff that I'm going through, living in transitional housing. If you guys do not know my story, I was evicted out of my apartment in January of 2024. From the eviction, I went to go stay with a family member. I got kicked out of there. After that, I stayed with a friend. I got kicked out of there. After that, I went to the homeless shelter. Got kicked out of there. I know. Everywhere you go, they kick you out. Like, what kind of person are you? But, when you living with family or whoever, eventually people just get sick of you being there. The thing is, when it comes to, like, kicking people out, right? Go all the way back to the beginning. That person really never wanted you in their house anyway. They just did it because they felt bad or whatever. So then they bring you into their house, and then they start treating you like crap. They start just being. My niece was a devil, right? She was okay, maybe the first, second, third day, but after a week went by, 2 weeks went by, her whole attitude just changed. She just started being a straight up witch. So I kind of knew, I felt the vibes that she didn't want me in her house anymore. So she did everything she could do to try to get me out. So I was like, okay. So I end up leaving her house, but I didn't leave without a fight. I didn't leave without a fight, and we didn't physically fight, but she threatened to beat me up and all this stuff. So I ended up leaving her house. I ended up moving with a roommate of mine, and me and the roommate didn't work out. People kind of put me, I feel like they put me into their space because they wanted to try to make money. They wanted to make money because I was paying rent. But then after a while, they didn't want me in their space anymore, especially if it's someone that, my roommate, she was living by herself, and she has her ways. And then my niece, she was living with her children, and she has her ways. And I'm like, to the point now, I'm like, you know what? You putting me out was really the best thing ever. Them putting me out was the best thing for me. The best thing. So don't get offended when you have to go stay with family and you know in your heart they don't want you there. That's how you just go about your own life and do what you can do to get out. Provide for yourself, do things for yourself that you need to do to keep going on. Because we can all do it. We all have access to make more money out here. It's not the end of the world. Trust me, I've been there. I've been in places living with people that I know they didn't want me around. I've been there. I've been there, darling. I lived in my car for 34 days. I survived that as well. I survived that as well. That's my dinner. I'm not eating nothing else tonight. We not eating nothing else tonight, honey. Wow, that was good. Season to perfection. Season to perfection, darling. Season to perfection. This ain't really fitting right. It's lit. I feel like it's a little shaky. It's not on tight. It's not on tight enough. Okay. I guess it's going to do. It's going to have to do. Season to perfection, baby. One thing I do, I love me some home cooked meals. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Guess who we found? What they talking about? Guess who we found? Season to perfection. 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 I keep looking at these text messages that the girls are sending. They're sending to each other, and I'm like, I'm driving. I can't really, but I see them. And everybody in the chat right now, I hope everybody gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. If you did, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. We always encourage a thumbs up because we get more people that'll come into the chat and they'll find me. They'll find me. I want everybody to find what I got going on. You know why? Because people need to know, hey, one day you could be homeless. There's so many people that come in my chat and say, hey, I was homeless before. I'm homeless now. Somebody came in the chat today and said to me, I think I'm going to have to live in my car. I said, I did all of that. I did all of that. And guess what? I survived. And you know how I survived? Only by the grace of God and by me having a job. If you got an income, you can make it through so many things. If you got some money in your pocket, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money, you can have some money. You got a steady job, that helps with everything. Thank God this whole journey of me being homeless for 2 years, thank God I had money in my pocket. Thank God I listened to what God was telling me when he was like, get up and start recording your journey of you being homeless and start talking about it. Start talking about the fact that you lived in your car for 34 days. Start talking about your experiences at these homeless shelters and what you went through there and how crappy the staff members were there. Talk about all of that. Talk about it. I'm not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed about anything that I went through. Anything. Y'all know me trolls come in my chat, say stuff to me and say, oh, you're a bad mom, you're this, you're that. I could care less. Because guess what I did? I provided something for myself to be able to make some money, and now I make money on YouTube as well. Just sharing my story, sharing my journey. I'm making a couple extra dollars every month, and I'm glad that I did that because that was one of the smartest things that I've done. What have you done since you've been homeless for 2 years? What have you accomplished? What have I accomplished? Do you want to know what I accomplished being homeless for 2 years? A lot. A lot. I got this car and I got good credit now. I didn't have any credit before I ended up home. When I was homeless, I remember I was talking to my niece about this. I said, you know what? It's about time in my life, and I'm in my 40s, right? I said, it's about time for me to work on my credit. I'm like, wow, I wish I worked on my credit when I was in my 20s, but I worked on my credit in my 40s, and I only had credit for about 2 years, and I have good credit right now. I worked on my credit because thank God I didn't have any debt. I didn't have any debt because I didn't have any credit. So my credit now is good. That's what I accomplished. Good credit. I got myself about the homeless shelter. I opened up a YouTube channel that's growing. I did. I did it. I did it for myself. I'm proud of me, man. I don't be sitting around waiting for nobody to give me no accolades. I'm not waiting for nobody to clap their hands. Definitely not nobody in my family unit. They don't care. I'm coming up out of this, sweet pea. I'm coming up out of this, baby. Believe that. We coming up out of this. Things are getting better every single day. And I'm gonna start making my soap. Hopefully I'll get my soap strings before Sunday. And maybe on Easter I'll be able to make some soap. Start making my first loads of soap. And I'm gonna record that. I might not record the whole thing, but I'm gonna record some snippets. And the soap is gonna be available. People are waiting for me to start my soap business again. I said it's coming, trust me. That's my baby. My soap business is my baby, okay? I love my soap business. And I'm building other things that I can't talk about right now. But girl, one thing about me is I'm a hustler. I might cry today, but girl, just know tomorrow I'm gonna be up on everything moving, okay? I'm a hustler. If I gotta go to McDonald's and flip some burgers, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and flip some burgers. I know they're gonna pay my car payment the next month, right? I'm a hustler by nature, babe. And I made a decent amount of money on my soap business when I opened it because I had my soap business now for about 6 years. And the only thing that stopped me from the soap business was I got eviction. When I got my eviction from my apartment, I had to leave. I didn't have a place that I was able to make soap in. So now where I'm at, when that roommate was there, I didn't like her because she was a nosy little heifer. Because if they found out that I was running a business, like, making soap and selling it, that's when people start hating and being mad. The fact that they're broke. Oh my God, no way. She got a full-time job and she's making soap. Oh, I wonder what kind of money she got in her pocket. People start hating on you when you start making money and they're not. They're stuck in broke. And then you making money moving on up the river. People don't want to see that. Not even your family want to see you do that. I had my soap business for 6 years, and it was so many people in my family that never even said, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. I don't even look for support because we already know family ain't gonna support your business. I don't even look for support from family because they don't give a damn anyway. Most of them just sit back hating and making a couple extra dollars. They don't like that. So I don't look for family for support. A lot of people, family, no. The people that's really going to support you and stuff, and that's a fact. Because I've been on YouTube, I've been on social media I've been doing social media. I have another channel that I've been doing social media for like 15 years now. It's been about 15 years that I had social media. I have a social media presence. I speak to people. My other channel was different. This channel is geared towards my transition, my homelessness, transitional housing. But never, whatever business you do in life, if you start a business, do not say, oh, my sister, my brother, my whoever. And I'm not saying this is for everybody because everybody's family is not like that. But most people do not want to see you. They don't want to see you make no extra money. And that's a fact. Don't look for family for support. Because most of them just want to be nosy, want to see what you're doing. And they see you making money, they're going to start getting mad. Your own family members, people that you could have been raised with all your life, my brothers, my cousins, the people I lived in the house with for 20 years out of my life. They not even going to like what you're doing. Some of them don't even like the fact that I'm on social media. Oh, who she thinks she is? What's she talking about? What's she saying? They don't like that. They don't like when you out there with your life. They don't like it. They don't like what I'm doing. And that's okay. Because they don't have to like what I'm doing. As long as I'm comfortable in my own skin, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. I'm comfortable with what I'm bringing to the table. I'm comfortable with what I let people know about my life. I try to help people. Like, if you're going through homelessness, you're going to get through it, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going. And I say for myself, I put God first. God is in this. God has led me this far, not by the grace of God has gotten me this far. Like, I used to wake up almost every day in tears, like not knowing where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do, what's gonna happen. Oh, nobody's gonna rent to you no more. You don't have to worry about renting. I'm gonna buy a house. We don't have to worry about that. Let's bypass the rent. I'm gonna buy a house. Buy a house. Let's go get us a mortgage. Let's go find something that we can afford and go get a house. Oh, it's not a good time. You never know. You never know what can open up in your atmosphere. What can change for you? God sees. God sees what I've been going through the last 2 years. And I don't sit up here and preach to nobody about God or anything. I just know that I went through this whole journey alone and by myself. And I share my story. I speak it out of my mouth because I know I have to. They're beautiful. I don't know if they're dogwood trees, but they're so beautiful. I seen one that had pink flowers on it. But I'm excited about my future. I'm excited about what I'm bringing to the table. I'm excited. I can't wait till I make my first loaf of soap. I'm gonna be so happy. That first loaf of soap for sure is gonna be for me. Because I have soap, but the soap that I use for my body now is not the soap that has the oatmeal. That's my favorite bar. The one that has no scent, but it works well. It keeps you gets you clean and keeps you moisturized, and it has oatmeal in it. And I love that soap, and I can't wait till I start making that because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing like it was before. It's going to be even more amazing. My recipe that I have is beautiful, man. The recipe I have for my soap is beautiful. And I've been using my soaps the whole time I've been homeless because I had a lot of extra stock. But the soaps that I loved the most was the oatmeal bar, the one for eczema, the one for sensitive skin. That is the one that I've ran out of. So I'm using other soaps right now that I have, but they're just as good. But that oatmeal soap bar is my favorite one. The oatmeal eczema bar was the biggest seller, and then I have oatmeal milk and honey was a big seller. People love oatmeal milk and honey, and I like oatmeal milk and honey too. I just don't put a lot of fragrancy stuff on my skin, but I do love the smell of the oatmeal milk and honey. And the oatmeal milk and honey was a big seller. The turmeric soap, people love the turmeric soap. They love that, and they love the oatmeal, the natural bar. Because everybody, I had a lot of customers that had eczema. A lot of people had kids that had eczema. The soap is so beautiful and sensitive, and it's great for babies. And I'm also going to make like a circle bar for people that have like newborns. People are having babies. The soap is gentle enough and mild enough that you can use for your newborn baby fresh out the hospital. And when women have babies, they don't really give the baby a bath like right away. They just kind of, they give the babies like a bird bath, bird bath the baby. That oatmeal soap is just amazing. It has no fragrance, no colorants, no nothing. If you have sensitive skin, that's going to be a bar that you're going to want to have. So I am going to be selling the bars online again, but that's going to be a little bit later. Like, I'm getting everything situated now. I sold soap through the mail before, and that's what I'm gonna go back to. We're gonna send them in the mailbox. So if anybody want to support my business, there's gonna be a website. Everything's gonna be available. So if you ever want something, you gotta go to the website and buy. In a couple of days, it'll be to your home. That's how I did it before. That's how I'm gonna do it again. So, but I can't wait. I'm so happy. I'm hoping that I can get the wire, the soap wire. When I get my soap wire, I gotta fix my soap machine and put the wire through the machine so I can cut it. Because when you make handmade soap, it's going to be in a loaf like a piece of bread. It's going to be like, it looks like a loaf of bread. And it's in a mold. And when I make the soap and I pour the soap into the mold, it takes a day, like 24 hours, for the soap to cure. So when the soap cures, then I'm able to cut it so it looks like cheese. It looks like cheese. So it's amazing. I love the process of making soap. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so happy. But God is good, man. I'm so grateful for just being in the state that I'm in now. I'm so happy that girl is out the house. Oh, she left yesterday. I was like, yes. Well, both of them left, so I was excited about that too. I'm probably gonna be losing a lot of people because I'm driving here in the woods, so it's probably not gonna really be working out too well with the Wi-Fi. But that's okay. I'm gonna go home and take me a nice shower tonight, and just the food is. I have turkey. I have ground turkey in the refrigerator. So if I get hungry tonight, I could just take that, put it in the frying pan, and just kind of saute that around with some mixed vegetables if I feel if I feel hungry. But I think when I had my salmon, whatever I had at work today, it filled me up. And I still have some jasmine rice and all that stuff. So, but the landscapers came to the house. The girl found some landscapers, and I'm gonna show you the house one day. Like, I'm not gonna like show too much of it, but I'm gonna show y'all the land of the house, and I'm gonna tell y'all how much the landscapers charged us. It was expensive. I think she said she gave them $700, and that's a little bit on the lower side. So we picked a landscaping company, like, because at first she was like, oh, we could do like a big company, one of them big corporate landscaping. I said, girl, no, we don't need a big corporate. We need the cheapest that we can find. The cheapest that we can find. They were going to charge us 500, but we gave them 700 because they came out and they gave us a discount because they were cleaning up leaves and everything. Thank you for the gifts. I don't know if they're gifts, but I see the little emoji things. I don't know if they're gifts or not, but thank you. I appreciate those. But the landscaping company charged us $700. So she was like, "Oh, so how much should I give them?" I said, "Well, how much did they charge? What was the rate that they charged you?" So she was like, they only was going to do all this for 500, and it was two guys out there. So I said, well, give them the 500 and give each one of them $100 for a tip. And she was like, I think I'll just give them eight. I said, well, they can do whatever they want, but give them a tip of 100. Each one of them, there was two guys out there, and that was a lot of work because they picked up a lot of leaves that was in the yard that were like old leaves that were just piled up there. And then they were saying that the leaves were wet, so they had to go get those bags to put those brown bags to put the leaves and stuff inside. So they were out there working hard. If I was there, I would have had some waters for them. Like, I would have probably cooked them a grilled cheese or something. You just gotta treat people right because whoever they are, they said they did a good job, and it was a little bit on the lower side. Like, landscapers normally, if y'all seen the house, the front of the house and the back of the house needed work. There were sticks and branches and stuff that needed to come up. Like, they did all of that. They picked up a lot of the old leaves that's probably been there for 2 or 3 years. So, and then the leaves were wet. So all that stuff, a big landscaping company probably could have charged us over $1,500 for that work. So we found somebody to do it a little bit cheaper, and that's coming out of our house money. So I said, I think giving them like $800, I think that's fair. They only asked 500. I say give them both $100 tip, and she said I'll just give them 800. Okay, they can do what they want with the rest. I said that's fair. You got to be fair to people. You can't be having people out working in your yard like slaves. And it's a perfect day, but it's still hot. They doing a lot of work, the front and the back. They picked up all those sticks, picked up all the leaves, and look at me talking about like it's my house. But a blessing, man, a blessing. I said, get them like she said. I'm gonna give them 800 because I said seven, but then she was like, I'll give them another. I'll put in another 100. I said, how amazing. And she said they were Asian guys. I've never seen any Asians out doing landscaping. I'm sorry, I'm just saying. Oh, everybody, we all talk about race, right? Everybody talk about, oh, if they were black guys, they would have been like they black guys. If they were white guys, they would be like there's some white guys out here. So everybody, we all talk about race. Let's not get that all twisted up. We all talk about race. But she did say that the guys outside, they were like Asian guys. I said, I ain't never seen Asian guys out here. I'm not saying that they don't have any Asian males that have landscaping companies. I'm sure they exist, but they said that the guys were Asian. I was like, really? I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Maybe one of them was cute. Maybe one of them was cute, honey. But I don't know. But she said they did a good job. So she said they'll be there tomorrow. And I said, I'll be home until the afternoon. I'm working in the afternoon. So they'll probably come back. Landscapers normally come like early in the morning to start. So I'll say, well, good for them. I don't know what kind of lawnmower they had. They probably had a push. I don't know. Landscapers normally be having those riding lawnmowers. They don't be having them push ones anymore. Everybody be having the upgrade. You know what I mean? So, but better things are coming, y'all. Better things, more and more things. Like, I don't know what to say anymore. Everything's gonna be all right, man. I appreciate y'all support. Thank you for the love, the kindness, the care that y'all show towards me. I'm grateful. I'm very much grateful. And I know that you guys will support me when I open my soul business. Um, Everything's going to be online. So if you guys ever want something, the website's going to be there. All that stuff right now is being worked on. And I ran my soul business before, and it was a little overwhelming because when I ran my soul business before, I was working two jobs. And I did my soul business on the side, and I never looked at my soul business like it was a problem for me in my life. I never looked at it like There was some times that I was tired, but one thing I never did, I never made my soap when I was angry or when I was tired. I always made sure I had enough sleep and I was in a good spirit when I made my soap because it brings me joy. So I always wanted to make sure that I was joyful and I was happy and I was rested when I made my soap because the spirit that's in me is going to go into my soap and everybody's going to feel. I just feel good when I make it. It brings me joy. I was talking about my soap the other day and I almost got like teary eyed because I was like, yo, I really love this. And I found something in my life that I love with my whole heart, and it's my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm small now, but I love my soap business with my whole heart. I really do. So I take care and pride and ownership over that. It's something that I created 6 years ago and it's still here. Even though I had to take a step back due to the homeless situation, but I feel like my business now is going to be better than ever. The love is there, the care is there. It's for real. You know what I'm saying? So they got big soap businesses out here. I mean, black owned businesses, women that I follow on social media, and they running multi-million dollar soap businesses. They're making soap, they're making skincare products. Who knows? One day that could be me. Who knows? That could be me one day. I wanna expand my soap business. I wanna go around to all these like natural stores and I wanna start selling my bars to them wholesale. I see other soap makers in these stores. I see them. And then it's not only one or two brands. Sometimes they be having two, three, four different brands of soap makers in these stores, in these grocery stores. People love handmade stuff, man. Yeah, people love their Dove and all that stuff too, but people be liking handmade skincare products. They really do. So, and not only that, I love it. I use my own stuff. I don't just try to sell some soap to people, see if they buy it, see if they want it, see if they like it. I use it myself. My business started from me using my own product because I knew I wanted to get into the natural movement, just try to do everything as natural and holistic as I possibly could. Because we all know chemicals, everything is out here. Everything is out here. If I could try to get away from, I haven't used store made deodorant in like 6 or 7 years. I make my own handmade deodorant for under my arm. I don't even wear deodorant every single day. You take a shower every day, you don't need deodorant every day. But I have deodorant. I have deodorant recipes that I make for myself. I'm creating recipes for that. I make my own lotion. I just really predominantly talk about my soaps because that's the main thing. But I've made deodorant and I've sold it to people. I've made lotions and sold it to people. But when I first start now, I just want to stick to the soaps. But I make my own lotion. I do all that. But I just focus now predominantly on the soaps because my soaps is my baby. That's how the business started. And actually, really, to be honest, my business started with me just making deodorants. To be honest, I was making deodorants first. How did I forget that? It started with deodorants, and then I started figuring out my soap recipe, and I just mastered a recipe from there. And it's a good one, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. I had some on my other channel. I had a lot of people that follow me from my other channel. They follow me over here, and they're my customers now. People are like, when you coming back out with the soaps? I said, trust me, baby, they coming, honey. They are on the way. Okay, they are on the way. I might not need to give me a second job. Okay, that is my second job, and it's not. I look at my soul business. That's my baby. That's not even a job for me because I don't never be like, oh man, I'm too tired to do it today. I make sure when I make my soap that my spirits is good. My spirit is good. My spirit is fresh. I'm clear. I'm good. God has got me, honey. Look at me now. People put me out on the streets. Look at me now. I'm smiling every day. I'm good. God got me. Don't never let nobody think that they can play with you, man. Keep going. Somebody came in my inbox today and said, oh, I might be homeless living in my car. And I said, well, I've done it and you can do it too. I've done it and you can do it too. Don't depend on family. Don't depend on friends. You could let a select few people know what you're going through. I am a vocal person. I am going to talk about my pain and my struggle and my whatever. I don't tell everything on social media, okay? So some people be like, oh my God, I can't believe you would speak about this. I said, no, I talk about my pain. I got to get it out. I got to let it out my mouth. I got to speak about it because that's the only way I'm going to want to heal properly. Now, I don't say everything up here. I don't tell it all, but I tell what I want to tell. And I tell my story, my pain, my hurt, my tears. That's how I move on. Because some people be like, yo, I can't believe you telling this. And people actually come here on my YouTube channel and tell me what I should be talking about. Like, oh, you should get it a little bit more uniform. I'm not one of those cookie cutter uniform YouTubers. I don't follow a script. Everything I say is just naturally coming out my mouth. I don't follow a script. I don't want to be a cookie cutter. There's nothing cookie cutter about my life. I don't come on here with a face full of makeup on, hair done to the gods, dressed all up. That's not me. I just like to do everything kind of off the whim. Who knows what the future may hold? But right now, this is the same person I was 15 years ago as far as how I present myself on social media. I don't really be with all the glitz and the glam and I gotta have this and I gotta have that. And no, I don't really care for that. I'm not dissing the people that have those type of YouTube channels, though the glitz and glam, everything has to be perfect to the T's, the bloggers who be having the all white sofas and all that stuff. Like that's just not me. That's just not me, man. I just like to be who I am and that's it. That's it. That's all. Y'all gonna see me sometimes. I look like a homeless woman half the time, but I'm cool with it. Hey, I don't care what nobody think or say about me. They gonna talk about me regardless. They're gonna talk. One guy was making videos about me, talking about, look at this homeless woman. She homeless. I did not one time on this whole platform ask anybody for a dime. I never asked anybody on this. Y'all can go back and look at my videos. Oh, but you got a cash app up. That's asking. I'm just like, you know what? Y'all really be reaching. People be reaching. There's nothing wrong with me putting my cash app up. They really, really be reaching. I just be like, you know what? Y'all, social media is a very strange place. Social media is a very, very strange place, but it's a place you can also make some money in, honey. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. I like social media though. I like it, and there's some downsides to it, but for the most part, it's been a positive impact on my life. Besides the trolls, because the trolls they call me all kind of names. They call me slave woman. You look like Harriet Tubman and all. I've been through it, but I don't feel that way about myself. So nothing nobody can say can hurt you, especially if you don't feel that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling that way, you don't feel that way on the inside, you feel good about yourself. Who cares what a troll say? Who cares what a person say that I don't even know from can of paint? Who cares? Let them talk. Let them say what they want to say, child. Who cares? People crazy nowadays, man. But when you come on social media, you gotta have a tough skin because if you don't have tough skin, you're not gonna make it one year. You're not gonna make it, baby cakes. It's gonna be a rough road. It's gonna be a rough road for you. But it's a beautiful day. I had a good day at work, y'all. I can't really complain. I cannot complain. I'll probably complain tomorrow. Because I'll be working with the lady at the job that I be helping. She be needing help. Preach about not keeping up with your neighbors. Live life. That's what preach about not keeping up with your neighbors. Yeah. Yeah. Not keeping up with the Joneses. And even the neighborhood that I live in, um, people are just in competition. Who got the biggest house? Who got this on their house? Who got that? And I just live in my own way. I like nice things too. Don't get me wrong, but I don't be trying to. If you got it, you got it. There's some neighbors that got some nice houses. Like it's some people that got nice stuff, nice cars, but they're not even flossing. They just living their life, living how they want to live comfortably. Everybody's not always like, oh, I want everybody to know I got this. Most people that got stuff, they're not even loud about it. They just have what they have, and it is what it is. But people be seeing what you have. Like I said, with my little soap business and stuff, when people find out, oh, she's making soap again, watch when my family find out. They probably already know because I'm sure they watch me. They're probably watching me right now. But people don't be wanting you to like get yourself together, right? You know what I'm saying? They threw me on my face, right? When I was homeless, I called my brother. I was like, yo, I don't have nowhere to go tonight. He was like, oh, I'll call you back. I never got that phone call back from him. Like, and this is my blood brother. Like, we share the same mother and father. Can you imagine just not getting a phone call back from your sibling? That was so hurtful for me. So I'm at the point, like, a lot of people in my life that I thought loved me and family that cared for me, I'm like, yo, I don't really care if I see these people ever again. That's how bad the hurt went with me. And then people say, oh, well, you got to forgive. You got to forgive. You got to forgive. I'm not going to hold anything against them because I'm doing good for myself. Let me move this phone, honey, because the cop is right there. I'm not going to hold it. I'm not going to hold them to the fire forever. But I don't like what they did. And I don't even want to talk about it. Sometimes you got to let people go away. You got to let them walk away, let them walk out of your life and let them keep moving. We can't, all these people, they show you that they don't care. Let them go, sis. Let them go. They show you already that they don't care. What more do you need? What more do you need to let people know? I'm going to give me a cookie from Starbucks. I'm going to give me a little chocolate chip cookie today. Like, what more do we need for people to know that they don't care nothing about us? Like, my family showed me. They showed me that they don't care. So guess what I had to do? Guess what I had to do? It hurt, but I had to be smart enough to walk away. That's just like me being with a man, right? If I'm in a bad relationship with a man, he might be abusive, verbally, physically, whatever. He's abusing me. He's not making me feel great. Am I going to stay with him? Am I going to stay in this broken relationship with this loser? Or am I going to would my family want me to stay with a loser? Would they? They probably don't care. They don't care because they didn't care about me and my situation. And I'm not saying, hey, your family is supposed to care. Your family's supposed to do. My family ain't supposed to do nothing for me because I am a grown woman. But I thought that I could get a little bit of help and a little bit of love and a little bit of kindness when I was in the darkest phases of my life. This has been the first time in my life that I've ever asked my family for anything. First time in my life I ever asked them for anything. So it broke my heart. I'm not going to front. And I always tell the testimony and story. I'm going to tell it because, that's how I felt.
Hi, can I get you?
Hi, can I just have a chocolate chip cookie?
The chocolate chip cookie?
Yes. Can you warm it up?
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
You can brown.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know why I thought the cookie was like 7-something, child. The cookie was like 3.45. That's not too bad. I like Starbucks cookies, honey. I do. So yeah, my family treated me so horribly and I was like, yo, I gotta let them go. I gotta let them go. I have to. I can't sit around and wonder why my family ain't doing this for me. And this is crazy because this has been the first time in my life that I've ever asked them for help. I could see if I was like one of these people that was out in the world and I'm always asking my family for something. Yeah, we know we have these people out in life that's always in their family's pockets. Oh, can y'all help me? I done been evicted 5 or 6 times. Can y'all do something to help me? I wasn't that person. I always took care of myself. I always had a car. I always had an apartment. I always had shelter up until 2 years ago. People go through stuff in life. And that's what I'm saying. Like, don't shame somebody because you don't never know when that's going to be you. You don't never know when it's going to be your turn. Everything is fine now. Oh, I got a house. I got a husband. Everything's good. That tornado, that storm could come into your life and just change your life. The storm came in my life when I lost everything and then I lost family because I had to let them go because they wasn't being supportive.